Can anyone ID that Brahea? Let's take a closer look. So someone called me up in San Francisco and wanted me to remove their Brahea palm, and they said it was some really special variety or species. And the flowers are different. It's different than a Guadalupe. It's hard to explain how or why, because it sure looks like a Guadalupe. But yeah, we're gonna plant this at my ranch in any case. It's gonna be super cool, but it is, the seeds droop way down further than a typical Guadalupe would. And it has a little bit of a different look to the foliage. So anyway, maybe I need to get on my checklist of Guadalupe species list and start eliminating, figuring out which one this is. But apparently this is a real special type of Brahea. I'm not sure which one. And there's a slightly better look of it from the distance. It has a bit of a different frond style. It almost looks like a sable mixed with a Guadalupe. Oh yeah, you gotta figure this out. I just went to a Southern California Palm Society meeting. I bet I get all kinds of arguments started, heated arguments as to exactly what this is. But the guy said he bought it, and it was like some super special type of Brahea. And he didn't remember which one. I'm not sure where I got it. Anyway, there it is. Going to the ranch. All right, so my best guess. Look at that. Yeah, that was about a month ago. Maybe you saw that video. Anyway, my best guess at this point is possibly a Brahea dulces. Or maybe a dulces crossed with a Guadalupe. We may never know. But I'm looking for some arguments to start on the comments, because that would be kind of fun to see. See you guys screaming and yelling at each other. No, it's a dulces. No, it's an adulus. It's just a little bit of hybridization. Anyway, it's always fun to have palm tree arguments as to what's what. Look how translucent that is. Certainly thinner than a typical Guadalupe frond. Different color. It's more glaucous. It's greener on top and more glaucous on the bottom. There's a lot of Braheas that exhibit those qualities. Anyway, it's got a trunk that looks just like a Guadalupe. And so, I don't know. It's just, it looks more tropical than a typical Guadalupe. More delicate. The petioles aren't as wide. There's also a little bit of a stripe. If you look right there, that's kind of a signature of Brahea clara. So what do I know? You know, I just work here. But yeah, I'm gonna go put it right over there at the bottom of this big boy, and they're both boys. Phoenix reclinata single trunker, right there where I cut it out. Get a good look at it to see how it should face. Isn't that a great contrast though? Like, look at these palms together. There she is. She got a little beat up on the way. This is definitely not a straight Guadalupe. The flowers are totally different. The flowers look like dulces from what I can see in the research I've done. They droop way down, way lower than Guadalupe. Anyway, so there she is. It's got a little bit of a funky curve, kind of going this way a little bit, and then it straightens out. So I'm thinking maybe put this side right up over there. See what happens. Let's do it. And that is how you do it in 15 minutes or less. Granted, it was a time lapse, so I didn't really check my clock, but something like that. Look at this thing. This is very different now that it's out on its own. It's got a more bluish, dark green bluish cast. It's a really unique color for Brahea. I don't think I've really seen this exact kind of color. It's got a little bit of striping from that you would see from Clara. This striping right here. It has a slightly thinner frond that you see in Brandegii. I know those ones well. There's a Brahea Clara over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This little yellow stripe. These always have this yellow stripe. See the yellow stripe right here? Yeah. So I don't know what this is, but maybe you do. The cool thing is, look, there's a whole bunch of seedlings coming up. A whole bunch of them on the other side. So I'll be able to start growing this one. And it makes a lot of seed. My guys cut it off. I'm not sure why, but they'll come back. In fact, they're already coming back. And that's pretty much it on this Brahea mystery species. Let me know what you think. The idea here is there's going to be a hammock in here between these phoenix trees. And look at this. At least for the first half of the day, you can sit in the hammock in the shade with the Mr. Guadalupe palm. I gotta move this yucca. This isn't gonna work here. But yeah, hammock right through here. You'll just be laying right here, watching the baseball game down there, right through the palm trees. Woo.